So today's video is going to be on all of the postpartum supplies I used when he was born. And I had originally planned on doing a video for like all of the birthing supplies that we used since we had a home birth. But my birth went crazy fast. So we didn't end up using a whole lot. So I'm just going to list off a few things that we used, and those are literally the only things that were actually practical and that we'll probably prepare for next time. Scissors to cut the cord, the clamp to clamp the cord, and towels and water, and then a bucket, we'd use an old ice cream pail for the placenta. And that was pretty much it. The rest of the items are all like postpartum items that we used. So in this video, I'm going to talk about those, but I am going to quick just kind of explain like why we didn't use very much. From start to finish, his birth was like 2 hours. So like we tried to get in the bathtub, I tried to get in the bathtub, but like I just kept feeling like I had to pee and I kept getting out. And in the long run, he was just born out of the bathtub. So all of that to say, we're going to get into the supplies we used. I have some clips from when I was a few weeks postpartum. I took little clips of what I used so that I would not forget. And then at the end, I'm going to come back and I'm going to share with you the clothing items that I really liked and used postpartum that really helped. So. All right, so the first category is the boobs. This is a Haka, I think it is pronounced. I will have them linked down below. I got a 2-pack of these, and they are milk catchers. So if you leave the tab up, it just catches your leakage. So when I breastfeed on one side, I put this in my bra on the other side, and it catches my milk. I am an overproducer, so it will almost fill to the line where it's leaking out. So I did not get those my first pregnancy, and I would recommend them to any postpartum mom now. They are awesome. You don't feel wet. You don't go through as many pads when you're actually breastfeeding, because when you breastfeed on one side, you tend to let down a little bit, and the other side more. So I don't wear them all day. You obviously could. I just don't. And then the other setting for these is if you push this in to cover the hole at the top there, it works as an actual pump. It's sealed and it actually kind of has like a suction, so you can kind of hand pump that way. The next thing that I'm not going to be able to pronounce is the silverletto. I'm just not even going to try today. They're these, and they are nipple covers there to help heal. So in between feedings, if you are sore or you have cracked nipples, you put these on with a little bit of your breast milk in the inside. You just kind of squeeze a drop on there, you put them in there. They help so much. I was a little skeptical, and I did not get these my first pregnancy. I didn't need them as much this pregnancy, so I kind of regret buying them for this pregnancy simply because I didn't use them a ton. But when I did use them, I love them. And for my first pregnancy, I was much more sore. I really wish I would have used these. You also don't need nipple cream, which is nice. And then we did washable, reusable pads this time for milk. These are my favorite. They're a little bit thicker. I do not know the brand of these. I got these off of Buy Sell Trade. A lady didn't use them. I bought a couple pairs off her. And then I have just the thin ones. These also work good, just not as well. And they're not quite as absorbent. So I am done with the category for that. Those are the 3 things that I used for my boobs, and the 3 things I really love. All 3 of them were from my second postpartum experience, but I would recommend these to any first-time mom as well. All right, I'm in my bathroom now, and we are going to go over stuff for your bum. The first thing is one of these Puree bottles. The ones with the angle work the best, because then you don't have to monkey around down there trying to get the right angle. I got this off of Amazon for $8 or $10. I will link it down below. The next thing are the diapers. So I bought the wrong size diapers. Don't recommend doing that. Obviously not as comfortable. But I prefer the diapers. I did have some big pads, and I did use a few of the ginormous pads that cover like the whole area down there. But I personally prefer, for the first like few days to a week, wearing the diapers over wearing the giant pads, because then you don't have the underwear on the pad and it's like moves and it's just not quite as comfortable in my opinion. The next thing that I suggest is always getting unscented. I know that's a very personal choice, but especially if you know, obviously aren't sure if you're going to tear or whatever, getting unscented pads. So these are just my regular pads that I'm in now. And I just got a huge box of like 8 of those packs off of Amazon. It is fairly inexpensive on there. I will try and link those down below as well, but I definitely recommend unscented pads for postpartum. The other item that I used for down there is Epsom salts. I had the eucalyptus calming one, and I really like that one, but this is just plain Epsom salts. I like to take baths at night, not every night, but just occasionally, to help with the postpartum soreness, and also just kind of give myself a break from wearing, you know, a diaper or a pad. And then the really unfun thing I had this pregnancy that I did not have in previous pregnancy was hemorrhoids. So this Preparation H hemorrhoid cream was recommended to me, and I did several days without anything, and then I finally broke down and bought it, and I cannot recommend it enough. Sorry, my video cut me off. Hemorrhoids or anything like that, definitely recommend the Preparation H. I will try and link that down below. And then the other thing that I recommend, that was recommended to me my first pregnancy, is occasionally allowing yourself to free bleed. TMI, a little gross, whatever you want to think, but giving your nether region a break and just letting it get some fresh air is so good. So my period is a little bit lighter than a lot of people's, which I'm very thankful for. So at night is when my period tends to be the slowest, so I will lay a puppy pad down or a towel, and for like an hour or two at least, I will just lay on that in bed and just let it kind of bleed everywhere. Kind of gross, I know, but your nether region will thank you, because afterwards you just feel so much better. Even after you put on the pad, it just feels much more comfortable, and it needs to breathe, especially if you did tear or something like that. It's good. Otherwise, you can do it on the couch. You know, if you have older kids, you know, wait till they go to bed or whatever, and just put it on the couch, something to protect the couch, and just free bleed for 30 minutes, an hour, whatever you can get away with. I know it's a little uncomfortable at first, but once you get used to it, it's not so bad, especially if you're only doing it for a short period of time. And if you have like a slower part of the day where your period's a little bit slower, you can always do it then, which is why I do it at night. So those are the things that I'm using for down there for postpartum, and the things I'm really liking. So that is that section. So the first clothing items that I'm going to talk about are bras. Now, I hate nursing bras. I've tried several different ones, and I can't ever get one that fits right and that's comfortable. And I don't like how it like flaps like down. I prefer just to have a regular bra and like pull it and tuck it underneath and nurse. So I'm going to show you the ones that I used when I was first postpartum, when your milk's coming in and you're kind of like engorged, and you're like, it's not going to be your like set size. It's just kind of like a few months of like awkward. And this one is actually a nursing bra, and it's like the cross. It was like really cheap at Target when I had Isaac, actually. And these do not support a whole lot. So these are more like for like lounging around the house if you like a lot of support. But those first few days, this is really nice, and they like hold the pads in for leaking, and they're comfortable to sleep in. So that is kind of like why I got this one. So I had a set of 2 of these, and I wore these the first month mostly. And then I have this bra from Zyia, and it's, I think, the bomber bra, but I will leave in the description for sure what it is. But it's just this sports bra, and it has removable pads where you can keep the pads in there. I like removed them, but yeah, it's very comfortable, and that it's stretchy enough and like that you can like still pull it down and still nurse, which a lot of sports bras aren't. So I really liked this one, and it's just very comfortable. The other style bra, this is just a clearance bra that I found from, oh my goodness, Soma. And it has no wires, and it has like no real form into the cups. It's just like fabric. And this one was really comfortable and really stretchy, so it really changed with my changing boob size the first couple of months. And then I don't usually wear these anymore because, like I said, they're not like crazy supportive. They're not anything like that, especially if you have larger chests like I do. But they're great for the first couple months, like when you're like fluctuating so much in size. And then when he was about 3 months, yeah. Oh, you still have food in your mouth. What are you doing? He was eating carrots, and he must have had it tucked under his tongue when I checked him earlier. You're silly. Yes. You're disgusting. Yes. I lost my train of thought. Oh, and then when he was about 3 months, that's where I was going with that. When he was about 3 months old, I went and got sized for a bra because, like, even though like every day your boobs like fluctuate day to day, there is more of a steady size. So I did get a like regular bra, and I just like pull it down. And then like I will probably, now that I know that this one fits, he's about 6 months, and I know that this one works really well, and I like interchange it with the sports bra. I'll probably go back and get like another like bra that fits me, so I can have more than one bra and a sports bra. But for the first few months, like that's just kind of what I do, because bras are a big investment, and yeah, you never know, you always change. So the next thing is I had a winter baby. He was born in January, and these Zyia light and tight leggings are amazing. So these ones are the ones without pockets. I have the ones with pockets as well, and I love them both. They're amazing when you're postpartum because they have like that little bit of compression, but they're not like a shaper. It's not like, you know, like squeezing you or anything, but it just makes you feel a little bit better. For me anyways, I like that, like it's slight compression, still very comfortable, still like laying on the couch sleeping and lounging, and like all the comfort, but just like that little bit of compression that makes you feel a little bit better, because like when you first had the baby, your belly is just kind of like jello. You're like, you don't really know what's going on. So I really liked the compression on these. I use these with Isaac, and I use these with Ezekiel, and I cannot say more about them for postpartum. Like, they're just amazing. The next thing that I found works really well for nursing those first few days is this is a Old Navy sweater that my husband talked me into because it's cropped, and I was like, I don't know, I didn't know if I would like that. And it's like a little bit of a boxier sweater, so when you have it on, it's like not tight anywhere, and it's a little bit cropped, but it's a long enough crop that if you're wearing high-waisted jeans, which is what I wear, you're not showing anything, which was like a big deal for me because I didn't want to have my stomach or anything hanging out. But it is so nice for nursing. It is so soft and comfortable. Like, it has this kind of material, and it's just so comfortable. Like, it was my absolute go-to during the fall or the like winter season, because again, just the comfort. Like, you would put it on and you could cuddle your baby, and it wasn't like uncomfortable for them to lay on you because it was so soft. You were comfortable, and it was kind of cute because since it is so boxy that it cut off a little bit higher, so like it still like gave you some figure, and you weren't like wearing a tent. But the cropped really works well with nursing because then you have like less fabric to pull up or to deal with. For me, the crop has to be a long crop because I don't want anything exposed. And then the only other thing that I'm going to talk about is this robe. So my husband got me this robe. I'm not sure where he got it from, and I don't know how to pronounce the brand, but it's just a simple, basic, huge tie long robe. And it is amazing. It is so comfortable. It's like the warmest thing, and I lived in it this winter. It's just really nice, like when you're getting up all the time at night, just to like put that on, and you can literally like tie the baby inside of it with you and just like hold them in there when like you're rocking, when they're like being fussy. And it is an amazing thing, a good rope. A good rope is great. So that is going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this content or you like homeschooling content, those are kind of my two areas right now that I focus on. Please like and subscribe.